These days, no one wants to use their brains to type things, like things that you were doing before, like birthday messages, happy birthday. You want AI to help you. Like,
you want to chat up a lady for the first time as a guy, you're going to AI to ask, okay, what are you can even paste the lady's profile or whatever on ChatGPT and ask, so how do I approach this lady?
I sent a message to someone. It was professional, and the first response was, "Sure, here is how you can sound professional while responding."
And I forgot to edit. Hello guys, it's COB by Parthian, where we wrap up the work day, but the real conversation is just getting started. My name is Jennifer Onyeka, and I will be your host for this session. And with me, I have Victor and I have Ore.
Hello.
Okay, so COB by Parthian is just a place where you can tell us anything. Your manager, my manager, our manager, all of us managers. And so it's also a place where we unravel the workplace culture as it cuts across the entire world. So this is our pilot episode, and today we are going to be talking about one topic that is very interesting, and people think, I feel like it's overrated. Some persons think it's important, but you know what it is? It's that thing that is coming for your job, or may not. Today we are talking about AI and job security. And, I feel like people have spoken about AI in different dimensions, but, to kick it off, I have some very interesting tweets I saw online about the silliest things or the most amazing things people have done with AI and where it has led them to. First take, somebody said, my brother had to go to jail. This particular AI, which you and I know, ChatGPT, found a loophole in the law. My brother is free now. Who needs Oga the law? When you have ChatGPT,
where you have AI.
Who needs Oga the law when you have ChatGPT? Secondly, it says, I recorded an argument to my ex and asked ChatGPT if I was being manipulated. I got a full analysis on every manipulation and gaslighting technique he used.
Women in tech.
Women in tech. I love it. And then this one says, I got sick of my college students using ChatGPT to write their essays, so I used ChatGPT to grade them. Aura for aura.
I wonder how that ended
You
up.
give me, I give you. Aura for aura. I think this one said, I was bored, so I asked ChatGPT to create a Love Island episode with a bunch of people I know. It was drama on
How
drama.
bored
I
can
mean,
you
how
be?
many of us watches Love Island? We know how crazy it can get. Anyways, but so, these are the interesting things that people are doing with AI. There are different types of AI. We have so many of them. And today we're going to be, exploring what it means for us as individual. If you decide to use AI to do things, different things now, there's just so many things you can do. However, AI has its good and its bad side. I feel like with everything, there's always a good and bad side to it, like the pros and the cons. But then, what would you say is the most significant thing AI is, doing in terms of evolving and relationship with people? Victor, over to you.
Okay. How AI is affecting how we relate currently. So what I think is that AI has sort of changed the way and the approach with which people communicate with each other.
Yes.
So things that would usually have naturally or spontaneously come to people are now being, outsourced. You want to chat up a lady for the first time as a guy. You're going to AI to ask, okay, what are you can even paste the lady's profile or whatever on ChatGPT and ask, so how do I approach this lady? Right? So I think it's taking out the spontaneous part out of social relationships and making it more mechanical, right? And like he said, when things don't come from the heart, it hardly sticks. So it will be hard to really have genuine relationships if we keep depending on AI to produce our communications and guide how we interact with each other. So that's why I think AI has affected relationships so far. It has introduced that mechanical, synthetic side to things. Yeah.
And what people don't realize is that it's actually very obvious when you use AI, ChatGPT, Gemini to,
make some of
these things.
Yeah.
Because there's a way that it will draft, no matter how warm you want it to sound, it's just very
There's
obvious.
that verbosity.
And some people don't even bother, to be honest. They don't bother to make it warm or sound like it's coming from your heart. They will just send a prompt. And it's very funny because I sent a message to someone. It was professional. And the first response was, sure, here is how you can sound professional while responding.
And I forgot to edit.
You didn't even bother editing this thing. Now I know you got your answer directly from. It's meant to enhance your work, not replace your brain.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people don't realize. I saw online recently, someone was actually bitterly complaining that these days no one wants to use their brains to type things, like things that you were doing before.
Yeah.
Like birthday messages, happy birthday. It has become a production.
A full production
Because you want AI to help you. Like, you can do these things yourself. I'm very sure you can.
I mean, people now use AI to respond to comments on posts. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Yeah, sometimes when I
that's
see
the
some
TikTok,
bogus
IG posts, you know that this is AI responding. So if at social circles, either online or physical, people are not able to communicate with each other from their hearts. They are depending on AI. Then
it's really a problem.
like, there's an issue already.
As you guys were just speaking, I just remembered, when somebody was in quote trying to get to know me or crushing on me, and then by the time we sent some messages, I just read the first line, second line. This person was trying to pour out his heart, but in my head I was just reading AI.
If it's now block you.
So how did the message get to you?
Of course not. I just felt it was very mechanical, and I felt like this person lacks originality. And if I feel like you lack originality, it's already limiting me. I don't feel attracted to you. So there was nothing.
So do we think AI should just be limited to the workspace? We should.
Now that's what we're going to. Now, okay, coming back to our workspace now. There's been so many theories about how AI is coming for your job, how AI will take over the jobs. So what do you think? Do you think completely that AI is coming for our jobs, or do you think it's an enhancer? And then how do you think you can use it to make what you do better? And how do you think you can basically use it to make the world progress? Because I feel like that's what it's supposed to be. But don't let me not drop my thoughts first. Go ahead, Victor. Okay, no, all right, go ahead, please.
So first of all, 90% of what we use AI to do is not scratching the surface of what AI can really do. What we are all familiar with is like the basics of AI. AI has a lot of usefulness in different industries beyond ChatGPT and Gemini.
Yeah.
But even like the basic AI tools that we have, I feel it is so powerful. For me personally, it has really enhanced the quality of my work. Right now, as I'm sitting here, I don't think AI is threatening my job in any way. But I have used AI. I'm a very big advocate for using AI for basic things like research. It's a very fantastic research tool because you send it the prompt, what you want to look for, and it consolidates the information you need. And someone that does a lot of research, it has really cut down my research time because once I'll go
places.
like 5 different websites, 10 websites,
it just
brings everything together. And I'm able to filter out the things I don't want. I'm able to validate the information because I know depending on the version you use, you might not get all accurate information. So it's really good. And it's just people don't yet know how to use AI to their advantage. Garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah.
What prompts you give, what context you give is very important. And people don't. I can use AI to work on a full document, and anybody that sees it will know that, okay, you know what? There has actually been some thoughts that has gone into it's not just AI, because context matters, nuances matter. And I think that's what everyone should be aware about. The mundane things, the repetitive things, yes, AI is able to help you with them,
Yes.
so that you focus on the things that
are
really matter,
important.
the strategic things, the
Creative
things, things that help with relationships and everything. You're able to really focus on them and be better in that regard, because, like it or not, AI is not the first thing that has tried to get rid of repetitive tasks.
Yes.
We've always been on that matter.
Yeah,
So
it used to be about automation. and
yes,
stuff.
exactly.
Automation,
So it just
even
makes it
robots.
faster and it helps you, but it's meant to, using it well, meant to enhance the quality of your work and not necessarily replace it.
Yeah.
That's really true. But then also looking at it from the aspect of, do you think, like you said, we've not even scratched the surface of AI? We're just at the beginning phase. So who is to say that in the next few years, let's say we're looking at the 2030 revolution, 2035, that this AI now, they would not grow to the point where they are capable of doing this critical thinking, they're capable of doing this creative thinking, strategic thinking. And then at some point, do you think human beings will face it? Because me, I don't think nobody's coming for my job. So, like, what do you think? Are you of that school of thought that somehow we're yet to see what AI is capable of doing?
So what I think is that there are aspects of people's jobs that AI is going to completely take over. Right. If you look at the roles we have in every organization or any company, there are aspects of that role that are routine, that are, mechanical in quotes,
Yeah.
right? So those are the parts I think AI is going to take over completely. So the part that involves you doing repetitive tasks, routine tasks, AI can come in those aspects and make it faster for you. And for me, I think that's the real value, or one of the real values that AI brings: speed. Things that should take you 2 hours, you can do it in 5 minutes.
But nobody should use speed and send me a rush love message. Yeah.
Right. So so the truth is, so for every person, for every individual, you need to be able to dimension what you do.
Yes.
And say, okay, for this part, I use AI. This other part, let me see how I can upskill, get better in that area, such that I'm still very valuable, even though I don't do routine or repetitive tasks again. Because the truth is, AI is also limited. And one of the limitations of AI for now, and even for the long future, is AI not being able to have full context. Right? AI majorly works on data. The more data it has, the better solutions it can provide. But data is like almost unquantifiable. You can't have all the data, right? As long as you were not the person in the situation. So as long as AI cannot have all the data or cannot have full context of every situation, that limitation will also be there. And that's the part humans will always have a hold, right? So I don't think that AI will completely take any job. I just think there are parts of each job or each role that AI is going to take over. And those parts that AI is not taking is what humans need to capitalize on. The creative parts, the strategic parts, the part that involves you relating and connecting with people.
Yeah.
Right. It's what humans need to really focus on. And if you look at the world today, right, you can see wars coming up in Iran, there are killings in Benue State in Nigeria. Those are things you can't deploy AI to resolve.
So that's
It
where we're
takes you
coming to, like,
sitting
emotional
down
intelligence
with
those
someone
things.
and finding solutions.
Yeah.
So those parts are the things humans need to key on and say, okay, how do we, because those are the real world issues now, because people are dying, right? And humans need to find a way to, resolve those conflicts
What crisis?
in a fast and,
Suitable way.
yeah.
Well, I thoroughly agree with that. But then there are some persons that say that AI is coming for your job. That's just,
Even Bill
Because
Gates, who is
how
the
soon-
father of modern tech, so to say. He has said there are 3 jobs that AI cannot take.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think one of it was coders, people that write code.
That write the code.
People in, I think, the energy sector, and one other thing.
So,
Well,
how soon do you think we'd have an AI president?
well,
Like, do you think it's possible in the next
I think
50
I
years?
read something where, you know, there are people that, like really rich men that have already cloned part of their bodies, their brain or something, cell regeneration. Like there's so many things going on with the use of tech and AI, and that it's possible that in the next few years to come, their brains can literally be transferred to, you know, embody those figures. And what makes you think he will not be an AI president?
Well, brains.
And then
Brains.
no, brains are still there, but if that
I don't think
person's
that can
data
happen.
has already been capped. No, see, me, I'm acting as the advocate, as the devil's advocate now. Because if that person's brain has been preserved, and like you said, AI is data. And you know, with things like Internet of Things, there's connectivity everywhere, and it absorbs as much data as possible. It has gone through patterns. I feel like it's very possible.
Well, let's see.
I know, you know, I just
But
feel like
the question is, do we want an AI president?
it's not even a matter of what you want. It's a matter
But
of the
the truth
people
is,
that
looking
are
at the
running things behind the
situation in
scenes.
some climes, I think it would have been better if our president was AI.
It's a thing of running things behind the scene.
Yeah.
You know, but bringing it back home to us here, you know, at Parthian, what we do as a firm, you know, we cut across different spheres of the financial world, you know, offering services all around. You know, what's that thing that people need to do to remain at the top of their game? Because AI is coming. AI is here, whether we like it or not. You can't do anything about it. So what's that thing that you think you need to do to remain at the top of your game?
Well, so there's this report that is released every year, Future of Work reports. You know, and in that report, there are skills that are listed.
Yes.
You know, that you need to have for you to remain relevant in the workplace. And every year they release those things. It's adjusted.
Yeah.
And so those are some of the things we can start looking at to know what are the skills, what are the capabilities people need to focus on for them to remain. We've talked about some of them. It's creativity, emotional intelligence, critical thinking. These are some of the things that, you know, AI cannot do for now. For example, critical thinking means bringing into perspective all the different contexts in a situation for you to arrive at a decision, right? So in decision making for you in your role, are you able to make sound decisions based on the information you have? You know, the better you can do that, you are making decisions that it's helping your department, helping your role, then the more relevant you continue to be in the business.
Yes.
You can make a decision that will lose the business money. You can make a decision that will make the business money. So the better decisions you make, the more relevant you'll be for the business. So those are the things employees or corporates, workers, or even humans generally need to start looking at where to add more value to the environment. Right? That's what's always making relevant.
Yeah. So as AI is evolving, human beings also
evolving.
And to be honest, behind every AI tool, technology, like maybe 5 to 100 people that are powering it and they're enhancing it and everything. So you just need to be in front of it, not behind. We're not playing catch up. We're playing. I'm ahead of the game.
You don't
AI
want
is going to
get
do
ready
this
when
in the next few years.
Yes,
so
I need to be ready.
Switch it up. I need to be ready. I need to figure out how to stay ahead of the game. Either if it's pivoting to, you know, being behind the AI technology or just focusing on, like you said, focusing on
how
the relationship building, strategic decision making, etc. So we have to always be a step ahead. We have to evolve. We have to grow. We can't, if we remain stagnant, it's going to be to our detriment. Because AI is coming. AI is here. It's here. And it's growing. Like, we don't know. We're saying 50 years. It may be in 10 years that things are going to change.
A very interesting thought occurred to me. Like, if we're saying that, okay, AI can't do these things, what if it's purposely not doing these things currently?
What if?
What if, like,
To-
you know,
to
those
deceive
creative
us.
thinking? Yes.
And maybe take over the world. And
I mean,
What if
maybe
it's-
we have watched too
that's
much
why I was going to
TV.
say that we should not even, as much as we're trying to also add value, we should try not to have a separate relationship with AI.
Yes.
As it's getting better, you must also need to master how to use it.
Use it.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, it's like you having a pet or a tool,
Mm.
and you're letting the pet know that, see, no matter how big you grow, I'm still your master.
Yeah.
So as AI is improving,
You
you must
too.
also learning how to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day, the creation should never be bigger than the creator,
You.
right? The creator should use the creation,
Mm.
right? So that's
its
what
intended
humans,
purpose.
that's how humans need to position themselves. As in your role, for example, let's say you're a photographer.
Mm.
This afternoon, I saw that people are now generating pictures
Yes.
of themselves
I love
with different, you know, in different
things.
environments.
I love that very popular one that you see online where people are generating videos from stories in
Exactly.
the Bible. Like, it brings the Bible back
So
to life.
as a videographer, a visual person, it's not to say no, I can do it better than AI.
Yeah.
It's to say, okay, this, let me also use it.
How can I make it quicker?
Go and
Yeah.
update your profile and put AI photographer or something.
Yeah.
And people know that, okay, I can use AI to generate things better than you can.
Yeah.
Right? So you still have to come to me at the end of the day. So
And
that kind of thing.
honestly, AI was made to make our lives exponentially better.
Yes.
So why fight it? Embrace it, but don't let it take over your brains, because that's one of the major concerns we are seeing these
Yeah.
days.
Like, people are no
With
longer
AI, no one is
thinking
thinking. Everyone is relying heavily, solely
on it.
on, like, even basic arithmetic. Sometimes I'm guilty. I go to Meta and I'm like, what's one? Okay,
Oh,
obviously not that,
like,
but
I
something
guess
that I can think of myself,
You just
or
want-
just use my calculator.
you just
So
be like,
you have to make a conscious effort not to let AI take over your thing. And again, I say this is just the basics, but it starts from the basics and then you grow and grow and grow. So don't let AI take over. Embrace it, use it, but also maintain, like, your sense of self, your
Yes.
knowledge, your thinking abilities, etc. So
Yeah.
everything works together.
I mean, even before we got to AI, right, I think that there are different forms of technology that are sort of affected or changed how humans do their jobs and how we interact.
interactions.
For example, before calculators were made, if you need to do arithmetic, you need to write
About
it out with
all
your-
those
Yeah.
things,
Write it
like,
out
you
with your
maybe
hand
write
or
it out, or
count.
if you have to count. Put
But then
things
calculators
together.
came and I can just press 13 times 12 and I get a figure,
Yeah.
right? So because of that, at a point in high schools and primary schools, students from very early age, you can't do simple calculations in your
Yeah.
head, right? And, you know, I studied psychology. For a fact, I know that affects brain development because the more you use your brain,
The more
the
you
better
have
it gets.
Sharper it is.
Sharper,
So
yeah.
if
You know
at a
that
young-
theory where they
yeah.
say that humans
So if at a
brain is
young
not even 1%
age,
of our
right,
brain.
at a young age, you're already using a calculator to
Yeah.
do those things. You're not developing.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I'm saying, use it.
Yeah.
Don't let it control you. So while AI is there, you still need to, for example, you want to write an email. Instead of going to AI and say, write an email to sack someone
Write your
or to
email.
hire someone,
Write your
it.
email. You
Then
just
put
refine
it there
it, get it
to
better.
to check, oh, what are the improvements I can put down, then send it. That's being creative. That's using it. Not let it use you.
So,
At the
you know,
end of the-
basically from this particular like this one now, it's basically just saying that, you know, for us as people, we need to be open-minded. We don't need to see AI as it's coming to take over our jobs.
As an enemy, no.
We basically use AI to become better. And so there's this theory I have that AI will not take your jobs. It is those who control AI that will take your job. There are so many places to learn about AI. There's so many tools. I think I came across an ad on YouTube and it was a children ad. But then the ad said, because my nephews use my phone to watch lots of cartoons, so sometimes I come across kids' cartoons. And then the ad said, oh, you're there just using ChatGPT and Gemini. Meanwhile, there are children all around the world using tools, different tools to create so many things.
Yeah.
So that's just to say that there is so many opportunity, so
Exactly.
many things out there that can make your work better, position you in whatever industry you find yourself, the financial industry, the marketing and communications industry, media, like wherever, photography, video editing. There's just so many. As a storyteller, it even gives you access to stories from all around the world. So imagine what you can do with it, making your work better, making your communication better, So there are places like LinkedIn, Udemy. We also have Coursera. There's just so many of them, and then there are also like private institutions that teach these things. So you don't want to
probably
get
ChatGPT as well.
Interestingly, like you can literally tell it sometimes, like teach me how
to use you.
Teach me how to use you. So it's a thing of doing some form of prompt engineering, taking prompt engineering courses. Just find a way to learn these things. Take time out. Don't be caught up so much in your mundane day-to-day tasks that you don't take time out to prepare for what's coming, because something is coming. It's already here, it's moving, and you don't want to get left behind.
So a thought just popped in my mind now, right? So at what point does this thing become abused? Because we've talked about, number one, people using AI to sort of modulate their relationships. People relying completely on AI to
carry out their tasks,
do mundane things you should use your brain for. But at what point do we, this thing is
when it becomes an abuse?
Because someone used to say that anything that is good can be abused.
Yes.
Right. So where do we draw the line? Because right now I don't think there's any form of regulation or checks or policies or whatnot on AI tools for now, because they're just coming up. But then at what point do we say, okay, this is not abuse, this is AI shouldn't be used for this thing? Because now people are doing deep fakes. Now, you're watching, you can literally create a fake news.
And it becomes, and people online, run with it.
And you post it, and then people are running helter skelter. But it's fake.
I think.
So how do we
even using AI to mess with your mental health?
Exactly. So people go to AI and say, oh, what kind of person am I? Like you're trying to tell AI
basically
to define your identity. Right? I don't know how we got to that point, but then
and how we can how do we
draw the line that, see guys, this thing is good, it's a tool.
Yeah.
But using it for things like this wouldn't be beneficial in the long run. That's just a thought that came to my mind, because whether we like it or not, the better and the more this thing propagates, the more important it is for us to draw that line and see, guys, we can't use this thing for this thing. It's good for this, it's good for this, but we can't use it for this.
Yeah. Well, interestingly, I feel like that should be a question to the audience. Like, tell us what you think. You can just drop it in the comment section and we'll be there looking out. But for me, I think one answer I would like to give is that before it gets too late, we should have some form of regulatory body, through these things, as to how they are being used, as to the things that are being put out, with the use of AI. And so, our dear audience, we're looking forward to seeing your responses to this question, because we're all here, we're all learning as well. We're all in the workspace, and so we want to make sure that we prepare for ourselves for any eventuality, because you wouldn't want to see a video of myself saying something that is not right. And then you can't even defend yourself, especially if they send it to your parents and you be like, mommy, this is AI, or all that thing where they say send me money, and then, mommy, please, I did not send you any video saying send me money. So I think for us, I think this has been a very interesting and insightful session, and so we just want to thank you so much for being here.
Pleasure.
It's thank you, Victor. Thank you, Ore. I stole them immediately after work, and I am so honored to have you guys. Thank you.
Thank you
for
so much.
us.
And to our dear audience, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and drop your comments. This is our pilot episode, and we can't wait for you to see more of what we have, with COB by Parthian. Catch you at our next episode. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.